Hi guys, Rushy here. Welcome back to Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders, where we're playing as Rushy Poirot, and I actually have 68 out of 600 ego points. Hell yeah! Let's just jump right back in. Let's see what we get into.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
No.
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth.
Yeah, no one knows what he looks like.
Know where he lives, know how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
Yeah, and kill somebody else.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
Why is there just like a random crocodile in the background? Oh, I have to go and see. New objective, read the letter. Okay. Oh. Is it from the ABC murderer? Aha. Well, what do you think? Oh, shit.
Best wishes, ABC.
Dear Mr. Poirot, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. I can't...
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
I wouldn't know. I didn't get to read
I
it.
think we can already guess something about the next victim, but I need to think about it a little more.
I think that's a bit of bad game design. You shouldn't be able to just accidentally like skip. Like I can't realistically skip dialogue, but I can accidentally click and skip reading a letter. Is it in my inventory? Can I read it? Yeah. Well, what do you think? I believe...
Well,
okay.
What do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time.
See, now though that it's before the 25th, so compare the letter with the first one. Or where's the first one? Here? On my desk? Thinking. I'm thinking.
Let us examine this more closely.
Oh, cool. Now it says Mr. Certain characters. The eyes
This
always
eye is
highlighted.
it.
No.
W is not printed properly.
Oh.
The characters in the two words do not match. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Yes.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
What theory? I would like to know. Well, the W is not printed.
The W is not printed properly.
I figured that out by accident, by accidentally clicking on it.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my
Okay. The A's are printed slightly out.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with
Oh,
the same
really?
type.
Of course.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. What's special about the Andover murder? It could be the first victim was called Asha. She starts with an A. Andover and Alice Asher start with the letter A. He's called the ABC murderer, right? What can we guess about the next victim? It's in Bexhill. So his name will start with a B. That narrows it down, I'm sure.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. but I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Okay. How do I do that? Do I just walk out? Yeah. Bye. Catch on the flip side. This game is so different to the other one. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
It is not the right time to go home.
Oh, this is my home. How did you get out here before me?
Maybe time to go to...
Yes, I'm going to Scotland Yard. Let's get in this taxi.
Yard, please.
Oh. Now we're at 1935, Scotland Yard. Hello. I don't know about the loading too. Like, it takes me to each location, then I just have to load in. Oh, look at all these medals.
Japp has invested a great deal in his career.
Oh. He has a medals board. He has a shooting trophy, and he has a certificate of merit. Okay.
Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
I'm glad we discerned that, Poirot. Let's go talk to him. Can I see? Does he look stressed? I'm just going to stare at you from right here.
Japp appears to be snowed under.
He does look a bit stressed, doesn't he? He's got a lot of paperwork. Coffee? Oh, cold tea. Sorry, we're in Britain. No one over the pond drinks coffee.
Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters.
Yeah, sorry, Jap. Jap.
Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
Yeah,
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
100%.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
My ego says yes.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
The next victim's name will start with a B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of...
What if it's like the first name, like BB?
There aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Very welcome. Enjoy your work.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was
Ah.
found on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Time for our second murder. To Bexhill. Do you think he'll go to D or just stop at C? Like, is he going to keep going? This place is really nice, though. Look at it.
Bexhill is a delightful town.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, Arthur?
Nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Most definitely not. I can look at the... Oh, I got an achievement. Walrus mustache. All right, well, I can look at these copies.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Sorry, I'm looking at the town. These little bungalows. The beach. What am I looking at? Oh, the seafront. And then all the little Victorian houses. What are these little bungalows used for? Like,
Bexhill
are they
is
little
a pleasant
houses?
seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although, personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
I don't. I love the Victorian style. It's so cool. All right, let's go find Mr. Jap Cousteau. That's not at all his name. Yeah, I don't know how I find. I love the art style of this game, but I find it a bit
Chief Inspector?
janky.
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
Wow, Poirot.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I
Well, I
imagine?
mean, it's only been a day.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Yeah, I think it is early days. I don't know how big this town is, but I'm wondering if she was staying in one of these little bungalows.
This hut is locked.
Like, what do you do? Are they just little changing rooms? Let's have a look at the body. She's got no shoes on. She was strangled.
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
That, like this one?
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
Probably has no bearing on the crime, maybe.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
She has a key to Hut
This
6.
key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
She has no shoes on.
The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange.
She may have been asleep.
Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
And then, of course, the ABC guide. Great Central Railway official. Open to B.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
Yes.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
If she was killed, though, the body was... I suppose the body was found quite late, wasn't it? She was murdered by a rope. She was strangled by surprise with her own belt. Awful.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
They were both caught by surprise. I suppose we could put the ABC guides, though. We knew that already. Are the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer? Yes. Actually, that's a good point that I didn't think about. The press hasn't been notified about the ABC guides, so it must be the same murderer.
Medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Ooh. Can I go look at number 6? Because I believe that was the key. I have to identify the victim. Yeah, how do I do that? Why is the 6 upside down? The 6 is upside down. Was he looking through the hole?
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
715.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then...
Insert the key. Well, the code is 715. Figured that out. Oh, I actually have to... Whoop. Why Why would it have the code scratched into it underneath? Ah, so yeah, these are just like little changing huts. There's her shoes.
Definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Betty's first day at work. Mum is very proud of you, Elizabeth Barnard. Okay. She works at a
Betty's
restaurant.
Thursday at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August.
So her name is
1931.
Betty Barnard.
So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further.
Why
along
is this
the
just
beach.
on the wall in here? Is this like her permanent like bathing hut?
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Okay.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
I guess
You are
so.
not doing patient listings. Let the poor people take in the news first.
Ah.
Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay, can I have a look at this piece of this photo found in the beach hut? It's the victim and a young man. There's nothing else on it. We only have Betty Barnard. Alright, well, we're going to the ginger cat. Sorry, Betty. We'll find out who murdered you. Too bad you had to walk along the beach, hey, Poirot. Guess we go this way? See, this is what I mean. I'm clicking here, but he's not going here. I have to, like, permanently click. Oh, it's literally right here.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
So maybe she was working. Or she went for an afternoon swim.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
You haven't noticed the cops outside?
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
Oh, can I have a look at you?
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
She's religious. Strict appearance. Red hair. Behind the counter. Think she's the owner.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
Well, let's ask her, shall we, Poirot?
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Now I can look at her shit while she's not here.
To know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Okay.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
I have no idea. Okay, let's have a look. So, Betty wasn't there at 5. Mark was. Betty was there at 11 to 7:30 on the 24th. So 11 to 7:30.
I should consult the register.
I did. Oh, do I actually have to click on stuff?
Where is Betty?
She's right here.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Betty worked from 11
She would have been from 5 to 7:30.
Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
Yeah. 5. This one.
This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
This one.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these two.
She was alone at 7:30. Okay. 6:30.
Most probably a family.
Because, yeah,
Serve the family
5.
and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe he's a murderer. This information will help me to progress.
Honestly, I should have just looked at the handwriting and compared it.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today.
Yeah, she's dead.
She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
You don't seem too concerned.
Appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing.
Wow.
How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Yeah. Thought so. Ask what she knows about Betty.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
Ask if the man in the photo is her gentleman friend.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Should I try and get on her side and be like, the young people no longer have morals? Ask if their relationship is going well.
Do you think there may have been some problems between them?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff.
Uh,
Oh, please excuse me. I have work to do.
I hate her. I should have gone the route of buttering her up.
Who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have
Sorry.
been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
We could ask that family. They were there around the same time. You suck, Miss Miriam. All right. See? Okay.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Oh, what? Coppola. Yeah, well, yeah, we already figured out this is where she worked. Seaside. Newspaper kiosk.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the...
I already knew that, Poirot. I was just trying to go to her house. Okay, can we go get in my taxi?
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Okay, I'm trying to go to her house. Oh, she lives right here. That's so convenient. I for sure thought we were going to have to get into like a car, but she lives literally right here. That would make sense as to why they have a permanent like
Hello, mademoiselle.
thingy.
My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe.
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do.
Okay. Plot twist, Megan killed her.
At the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
After
What
7:30?
was the last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
She seems more concerned about... I'm just going to stare at you for a second. Don't worry about it.
What is she feeling at the moment?
She's definitely been crying. She's just tense. She's upset.
Betty's older sister is
Oh,
not
she's
sad.
angry.
She's angry.
Okay. Well, let's have a conversation with her. Find out what she's angry about. Ask if Betty used to go out a lot.
Did Betty go out often?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
Sure. Insist on the truth or sympathize with their grief.
The pain is making you bitter, Mademoiselle Barnard.
I'm not interested in
Ah,
your
fuck.
confession, Mr. Poirot.
I'm awful at
Très bien,
this.
Mademoiselle. Could you at least tell me a little about Betty's young man?
His name is Donald Fraser, a very nice young man.
I'm awful at talking to people. This is all this is proving to me.
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you
You
think it might be useful.
gonna go get that? It might ring out. You're not in a hurry. Jesus.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
Yes.
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows? Maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
Maybe there was something more going on.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder.
You never know.
Try and get Miss Barnard to talk. I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the chief inspector finds him.
I'm a horrible detective. I don't know why I have this job. Let's have a look at their house. Can I have a look at your house? Oh, you got a piano. That's nice. It's unusual.
They do
Oh,
not appear to make music a priority in their budget.
they do. They have a piano. They have a violin. Piano. But there's scratches on their furniture. Spend more money on their music.
But the Barnards are definitely music lovers.
Oh,
This gramophone is magnificent.
it is a one-off, yeah. So they spent a lot of money on music stuff.
Family photos and files.
All right, let's go upstairs, have a look in her room. So that doesn't seem creepy at all. Oh, she was...
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe
Yeah,
she had a date.
maybe she did.
A box of new stockings.
She didn't wear all these little slips of paper.
It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
She had a cinema ticket for Impossible Love, a dinner party, and an invitation for a dance. She also looked like she might have been some kind of singer.
Liked luxury and going out. And being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
Yeah, it looked like she was in...
It looks like Betty was also a music lover. The same as her family.
Yeah. There's a microphone. This is a metronome to keep time, and that's sheet music.
Without a doubt, Betty used to
Yeah.
sing.
That is what I thought. Am I checking myself out again? God damn it. What else can I discern in this room? Oh,
A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded a demo.
a demo?
Interested to hear it.
I'm gonna steal it.
A record sleeve with an handwritten.
Can I go put it on the gramophone when I... Oh, well, that was Alice. We're looking at this. She was 28, her older sister. How old was Betty? How old's Betty? 23. Ah. Where am I going, Poirot?
Something on this clock bothers me.
There's a piece of paper.
A sheet of paper. What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
Everybody here has weird mechanisms.
The cogs are blocked by these wooden...
What does this do? Doesn't look like it changed anything. Okay. So I need some kind of object.
This wooden panel is blocked.
Oh,
There, that's better.
it wasn't at the right time. I got the trophy, 4-leaf clover. Okay. Well, I don't have an object to open it.
This metal disc is...
Can I pull out one of these?
appears to be firmly...
One of them has to not be firmly fastened.
This decoration appears to be...
Balls.
This leg is not well attached.
Oh, can I pull it out? I can. Oh. So does that mean this one's also not well attached? Thank you. Boop.
Good. It should be...
Alright, so we can open this panel now.
Look,
Yay, a key. So I was just getting ahead of myself. Why does everybody have puzzle boxes? Were these common?
no. The key...
Alright, the key doesn't fit in that cog. Does it fit in this cog? Oh. That it does.
I definitely need an object to make this cog. Ah, something clicked on the front of the clock.
Oh.
A new lock has appeared.
What does it open? The other side? With the paper.
This could be useful.
Okay. I guess I did it. Betty,
I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
Oh, so she had two. She had two potential suitors. Interesting.
Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice?
Oh,
This small key should be useful to me.
should it? I can listen to Betty's record. I don't have a record. Like I don't have it. Where would she hide her record? I guess maybe it is just already downstairs. Yeah. Key in.
Let's see. What is this cupboard hiding?
Oh, what is that?
This looks like solfège.
Whatever that
This
is.
looks like solfège.
This is Betty's. Alright, can I go up here now?
That doesn't work. Must have
Ah.
forgotten.
Forgotten a step? I
Doesn't work.
don't know how to use a gramophone. Especially since
Cannot open it.
especially since it looks like I'm at the weirdest angle. Oh, what is this? Ah. There's also a little drawer. Oh.
There is bound to be a...
Is it on here? Or is that from the subterfuge? Something, 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 wavy squiggle line. Wait. I have no idea.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Wish I could read music. Okay. So this is rest, maybe? I don't. So 2 line 1. So maybe this equals duration of the rest.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere. Let's just try it. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Where's the third? Oh,
I heard the sound of a mechanism.
that was entirely by accident. I was trying to go to the third. Lol, looking 7. Yep, okay. What mechanism? Oh, down here. Oh, well, then that's the number that's on this, which is 78T, right? Why did I go down? Nope. This is a tedious way of doing this.
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
Yep, that is exactly what I just have to do. Thank you, Poirot. Can I close everything?
It looks like something goes in.
I know what goes in here. The windy thing. Can I lift this? Do I have to wind it to lift it?
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I've forgotten a step, apparently. Oh, there's a little switch. Oh! What does this do? What does this button do? I don't know. Does this turn it on? Can you tell I've never used a gramophone in my life? Oh. There we go. Ooh!
Oh, Donald. We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
Okay.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
All right. She called Don. That's first clue.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Does his name start with D? Betty and Donald. She's not looking at Betty, is she?
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
You didn't kill your sister, did you? I don't think she did.
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
Just a note.
You must have heard wrong.
Ask if Donald was in love with Betty.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
Accuse her of lying? Ask her to cooperate. I don't know. We'll ask her.
Not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Ugh.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
Ask why she's protecting Betty's fiancé.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control.
That's not good.
He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day. One day
what?
he'd commit murder.
Ask if she fears Donald is a suspect, or ask if Donald really could have
Think
killed.
that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
I think he would kill the other person.
Bernard, thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Thank you, out of frame Arthur. Oh, I can see him in the mirror. It's fine.
Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
And to you.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
Sure.
If you say so.
Let us leave. Oh, I have to answer. What did Betty plan to do with her evening? Go out with another man? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Betty lied to Donald because she had another date. She had a date with another man. Yeah. Did Betty know her assailant? I don't think she did. The man seduced Betty before taking her to the beach where he strangled her. Oh.
Let us now try and get our brain
That's
cells
not
to
good.
work.
Okay. What is Megan Barnard's behavior hiding? She liked Donald, who she calls Don. She loved her sister. I don't think she did. But, I guess, yeah, Megan was jealous. But I don't think she killed her. We know who the ABC murdered. Like, did Donald. Well, we'll have to figure that out, won't we? We haven't spoken to him yet. Let's go. I have to go question him. I find it convenient that she lives, works, and died all in like the same area.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Oh.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
What if, like...
This is definitely
yes.
where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
What if, like, the killer managed to, like, make her partner that jealous that he just killed her in a fit of rage? That'd be sad. Oh, he's drinking. Who gave him alcohol?
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Of course.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
I didn't observe him. Should I observe him?
This man looks suspicious.
He looks haunted and tired. He's drinking White Horse whiskey. He's shaven. Crumpled clothes. Maybe he hasn't gone to bed.
Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking white horse.
Leave me alone.
But you came here to speak to me, dude. I'm not going to leave you alone.
It's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Ask what would have happened if she'd listened to him.
If she had listened to you, she would still be alive. Should I take that to be a confession?
Probably a bad one.
With that sort of thinking, you must send a lot of innocent men to prison. Under different circumstances, I might even find you amusing, sir.
It's no time for amusement, Mr. Fraser.
I always make them
It's time to find
contemptuous.
the
I don't...
fiance's killer. Did you know what her plans were for the evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Her sister's in London.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
And what?
Your colleagues can confirm this.
No, I often take work home with me.
You weren't home.
You are lying, Mr. Fraser. As was Betty when she hid the fact from you that she was seeing other men.
Betty was a very decent young woman.
No, she wasn't.
How dare you sully her memory?
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were
Yeah,
you
don't lie
yesterday
this
evening?
time.
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain.
So
When she
you were
said she was
looking
going
for
to have
her.
dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town. But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Huh.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot.
What
I
up,
thought the
Jap?
victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. He kind of did. He was in love with her, but he was a violent man. I don't think he has a reason to kill her. So Betty used to go out a great deal and Donald was a violent man. He had a motive for killing her. He was jealous. He doesn't have an alibi. He may have been, but it doesn't... No, he doesn't. I don't even think he knows who Miss Asher is. Can I look at you, mister?
Hastings looks ill at ease. He really doesn't like Fraser. Hastings is bound to tell me what he thinks about Fraser later on. Now is not the right time.
I got romantic confessional. What am I trying to do now? Oh, return to the crime scene. Okay. I don't think her boyfriend did it. I mean...
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
Reconstruction time.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Okay. Last little bit. Watch me mess this up.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
No, number 6.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Yes. Then she goes and changes.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
It seems a weird place to hide the code. Advance or remove the belt.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
Yeah, they weren't murdered here.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Success.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
Time to get back. Goodbye, Betty. Hey, I'm faster than you, Hastings. What a bitch.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Right.
Jones decided to reveal details to the press.
It's
The
out.
alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
Another letter.
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
Is it it's the 30th?
No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
A little bit late for a letter delivery if you're going to do it today. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm struggling a little bit with the way the game plays, but other than that, it's an alright story. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!